Okay. I have very little battery on my camera, so let's make this a good one. So for people that are joining in for the first time, real quick, my name is Kaide and I'm doing these videos as a documentation of my dance practice. Basically, I set up a goal and now I'm trying to set up my practice around it in order to reach my end goal. So welcome for if you're tuning in for the first time, and if you've been joining me since before, then welcome back. So last week was my first week diving into my foundation practice, so footwork foundation, because what I spend most of my time doing is house dance. I chose 5 that I was going to start with: pas de bourrée, shuffle, swirl, around the world, and loose legs. My reasons to have picked these, I based it on a feeling, and also how I could visualize myself doing them and if they fit into the way I am dancing. One I use a lot. 2 of them I use second to that. And then the last 2 I actually wasn't using so much, but I could picture them in my dancing. Now, after having picked my 5, it comes down to how to practice these 5. And during my first week, I really just dove into using them. And that was a way for me to see how comfortable I felt with them already, or how uncomfortable I felt with them. And maybe you can see which steps I already felt comfortable with and which steps I felt less comfortable. Maybe also let me know in the comments, what step and what order do you think was my most comfortable step and my least comfortable?
Just take away my attention from the moment you walked in. I knew that it was destined. I ain't got a lot on my plate, but you can have what's left. You got a real job, cause my time I invest in this music. People, they love it the way I do it. Ooh, it. Damn, you're so fine. Got a particular melody that I ain't used to, and I like it. About to survive the sun. Fuck around, then my head will be round the crime. Tell the niggas name and know around the time. Bad chick, she love designer. She be switching from front to gown. I'm down to clown for real. Still back to like you know me still. You still like the instant vid though. You know he killed.
Yeah, basically my first week was mostly diving in, having a test drive with these foundations. What are your top 5 that you would spend the coming months committing to and going in depth? Whether you do house dance or any other style for that matter, let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious. Looking back at the footage will be very important, as I will see things that have potential to become a variation that I can use. Not let it slip away as a moment, but to actually grab hold of it and make it something that can be repeated. Something that I noticed in my practice already and that I want to do moving forward is to play with music genres. I really enjoy slow music, to really create that space, to take my time and try things. And it also gives me a different sensation. And then when I've tried that, to jump back into house music. So to just play with music genres, basically. I really enjoy that way of practicing. Do you use different music when you play with foundations? And if yes, what are different music genres that inspire you? On Instagram, I shared a post or a story from Joel that I just wanted to share here also, and I'm just gonna read what he wrote. Improvement happens in the brain. Your brain doesn't care about what you think you are practicing. Your brain cares about what you're actually practicing, aka what you are doing and what you're focusing on while you're doing it. Everything else pretty much just represents a narrative that you build that gives your practice context and makes it coherent for yourself. It does not represent the actual practice. This goes for dance, this goes for everything. If your improvement is random, non-existent, or inconsistent, it's because you rely on the narrative of your practice more than you do on the actuality of it. Clarity is where it's at. The narrative is necessary at a macro level. The training, however, takes place at a micro level. Reading this just reminded me to, again, not jump ahead of myself, but to really be aware of what I am practicing. What am I having my body experience, and what am I having my mind memorizing and really taking in, registering. Now with these 5 foundations, my idea is to practice these every week, 1 foundation per day for the coming months. It's really a long-term practice, and it's for me to stay consistent and stay committed, and to allow myself to get to a point where I feel bored almost, or like that I want to change steps or add steps, and to really stay in it, because I think that's where the reward is gonna come later, that I just really become very good at these steps. So long term, taking my time, drilling and exploring with these 5 foundations. And yeah, that's basically what I wanted to share. My first week of jumping into practicing foundations, and oof, I can already feel it's gonna be a journey, but I'm happy. I'm adding on. So I have my Leviathan flow practice, and I have my dance practice. So I also try to sneak in these foundations within the Leviathan flow practice, so that, again, just exploring, researching, and making that connection. What else happened last week? I went to London and participated in the Redhead House Thread battle. Super fun weekend in the UK, and got to reconnect with friends. Really enjoyed myself. I danced my way to the final against Kiara Mash. I'm in a place where I'm really just trying stuff, and because I'm trying stuff, whatever the outcome is, I'm happy with, because it's one step along the journey, and yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Something else that I shared on Instagram last week was that I had a phone call where I got the good news, and I never shared what the good news was, only to the people that asked me privately. But basically, I got the space to create a solo, and this is something that I've lately been really wanting to do, and I'm very, very happy that I'm gonna get the chance to do so. So in the near future, you might get to see a solo dance performance created by and performed by, something that's gonna be happening. Very, very happy about that. So that was it for this week's Road 35 to Infinity. I'm getting started with these foundations, and I'm very curious on where it's gonna take me. What foundations are you practicing? How are you practicing them? What is important for you when you practice foundations? Let me know in the comments below, and yeah, keep enjoying your practice. Most important thing, enjoy it. We're gonna be doing this for a long time.